Man, let me tell you, dude. Being a Tyrone lite, goddamn, dude. It was so fun. Being a Tyrone lite was so fun. Damn, dude. I went to like every single bar and club, when I was a Tyrone lite when I was younger, in my 20s and shit. I don't think I'm a Tyrone lite now, but um, when I was a Tyrone lite, man, I had so much fun, dude. I fucked so many women. I remember when I was fucking this Filipino chick that had she had big ass tits, right? And she had like a nice ass and shit, man. I at a met her at a what's that a casino, right? Met her at a casino, and the first time I fucked her was inside my van, right? This is when I first was it when I let's see, how old was I, man? I think no, I was with my girlfriend. I was with my ex girlfriend. This is before I became homeless. You know, um, I was in my early 30s. And I forget the little flings I had. You know, while I was incel and stuff like that. And just because you're having sex don't mean that you're not incel, because going long periods without sex is incel. Okay. Um, and I look back and I was like, okay, the main reasons why I didn't have a girlfriend while I was with my other girlfriend, because I couldn't find anything that was better than my girlfriend. Basically, I would cheat on my girlfriend with other girls and stuff, and I would bust nuts and be up because my girlfriend had money. Okay, the other girls, they were broke. You know, I remember fucking this one Asian chick. Well, let me go back to when I fucked the girl at the casino. Okay, I fucked her in the van, and she was busting nuts all over my rug. Okay, this broad, she was so turned on by me, right, that she fucking was like she was riding me while I was sitting down in the back of my van. She's riding me, and all I remember is like water coming from her fucking vagina onto my floor, basically cum. Okay, like she kept like squirting on my rug at least 5 or 10 times, somewhere around there, man. She kept coming, and then like my fucking rug was wet, okay, and my seat, that shit was wet. Just like when I fucked that girl when I was doing Lyft, okay, you know, shit was wet. The seat was fucking wet, man. You know, and and I kept fucking her, but she wanted me to commit to her, but so she left, But we fucked a few more times after that, man. Like about 5 more times. We would meet up at hotels and shit, and I would fuck the shit out of her, man. She was good, man. That pussy was good. You know what I'm saying? I was hitting it doggy style. You know what I mean? Damn, that shit was so fun. You know, and then of course, I lost the weight and stuff like that when I think it was also was up and down in weight around that time. You know, up and down in weight, and that's the reason why I was going long periods without sex, because I would chunk up and I wouldn't get any action. And there was another girl that I fucked This is when I first met my girlfriend back in 2006, right? Somewhere around there, maybe 2007 or whatever. And I met this Asian girl in the lobby, sitting down, just reading a book where I live, right? So I walked up to her and I talked to her for a bit. We was chopping it up and everything, and I think it was when I first became homeless and I moved in with my ex-girlfriend. Okay, I think it was yeah, when I first became homeless and I moved in with my ex-girlfriend and I met this nice Asian girl down down in the lobby. So I walked up to her and I spit some game, talking to her and shit. And I was basically living in a abandoned room because some of the rooms were open in my apartment complex, and I used to like what they call it. I used to squat, a copper squat or whatever, you know. And I don't know if it was the first time or the second time, but we ended up in that room after I got through spitting game or whatever. Ended up in the room, and I ended up fucking her. I don't know if she was Chinese or Japanese or whatever, man, but we end up fucking. Okay, I mean, dude, Tyrone lite status. It's a good fucking life, man, and I miss it. I miss it. I mean, I miss being able to like attract women, with just my looks, because I mean, man, it was something else, man. And yeah, we end up fucking and shit like that, and after a while, after a few times, I fucked her a few more times there or whatever inside the abandoned room. And I told her the truth about me not living there and how I live somewhere else. She got mad and didn't want to talk to me no more. You know what I'm saying? But that was okay because I had my other girlfriend, that was what, don't get me wrong, dude. I had no problem getting a woman in my 20's. I had no fucking problem, you know. I was really slim. You know. Um, I didn't have any space in between my teeth or anything. Right now, I got like one space in between my teeth, and that what throws me off nowadays, man. I gotta get my grill fixed. That's number one. When I start making good money with music and stuff like that, man, I'm gonna get my grill fixed so I won't have any gaps or any spaces in between my teeth. I got one space, bottom in the bottom of my bottom row of my teeth and shit. So that kind of destroys everything. But um, let's see. I remember meeting up with this chick I met at the bars and stuff like that, man. I used to like hook up with chicks after the bar, you know what I'm saying, at hotels and shit, man. Um dude, I got like numerous times where I fucking hooked up with females at bars behind my girlfriend's back. Okay? I remember um hooking up with this girl at this bar called what's the name of that bar? I think it was called Vice. It was in Walnut Creek where I used to live, right? She had a friend with her, um, she had a friend with her, and there was a guy, that was a dude, you know what I'm saying, that was with her friend, and I was with her. So we ended up back at this hotel, motel or whatever, after the club, and man, I remember beating that pussy up, and she kept telling me to fuck her harder, and I was she had a big ass, you know what I'm saying? She had a huge ass. She was a Latin chick, and the other girl that she was with was Latin too, and the dude that was with her, he was Latin too. So I'm beating pussy up until like the morning, okay? All I remember was eating her pussy and shit in the morning and shit. And she kept wanting me to eat her pussy some more, but I had to go. For some reason, I had to go. I don't know why, but I got nervous and I left. And we hooked up again. We hooked up again, dude. We hooked up again and fucked in a car one more time. And then I never heard from her after that. You know, dude, I got some fucking stories for that ass. You know what I'm saying? Being a Tyrone Lite is fucking fun as hell, okay? Tyrone Lite is fucking, that's a good life, man. But, looks don't last. But it was another time I met this one Irish chick, right? At I think it was around Saint Saint Patrick's Day, something like that. And dude, I met this chick, and the first fucking like the first day, okay, the first day I met her, we ended up in her car, and she was giving me a blowjob right there on the fucking spot, dude. I only talked to her for like an hour, and we ended up outside down the street, and she was sucking my dick. Okay, dude, I got some fucking stories for that ass. I told you I went through 100 women in my prime. Wow, when I was in my 20s, that shit came to a halt like around 2013 for some reason. Either I was overweight, or I was just wasn't working out or something like that, or something was going on. But it came to a halt after, social media was, but yeah, social media, that's what happened. Social media came along, and I stopped getting laid as much. Okay? It slowed that shit down 100%. But before social media, dude, I was a fucking Tyrone Lite. Okay? I mean, I remember meeting this girl at a club. Her name was Gwen. Okay? She had a big ass. I had no problem getting a woman in my 20s with a big ass, by the way. She had a big ass. She was half black, half half black, half white, man. And I think I told you guys about this broad. She was around 7.5, 8, and I showed her off to my friend, and he was like, "Damn, man, you fucking that." He was all shocked that I was fucking that, because I was the best that I fucking did. Of course, she had like a kid or whatever, but that was the best that I have done. I never forgot Gwen. I never forgot her, man. She had the biggest ass and the biggest tits together. She had ass and tits, dude. You know what I'm saying? I fucked her numerous times. It was so good. It was so good. You know what I'm saying? Getting blowjobs from her was amazing. She had goddamn, dude. You know what I'm saying? For some reason, half black, you know, um, half black, half white girls have always been attracted to me. You know what I'm saying? All my whole entire life, though, it's been like that. Um, I fucked her a lot, but then her ex-husband came back into the picture and took her away. I bet you if I had some money, I wouldn't have got her taken away from me. You know what I'm saying? But her ex-husband came back into the picture. I remember we spoke on the phone and shit. He was just like, "Listen here, playboy, this is my pussy, and you ain't about to take it from me." You know what I'm saying? So I said, "Okay, go ahead and take her, blood. I hope you enjoy the fucking cum that's in her mouth, because I fucking busted a nut in her mouth so goddamn hard, you know." And I remember her, and I remember fucking numerous women in my fucking room, black, white, Asian, Hispanic. I had, goddamn, it could have been over 100 women, dude. It was like, I remember having flukes, not flukes. What am I saying? Flukes. I remember just having flings or whatever. I fucked a few. Don't know me wrong. In my 20s, I did fuck a few Asian women. I fucked a few, but nowadays I don't have as many coming at me like I used to, man. I have aged, and sometimes I forget. I forget that I'm not as desirable as I used to be, man. That's why I tell you, Tyrone lights, or you guys in your 20s, even in your early 30s, you got to get serious about your paper because looks don't last. You know what I'm saying? When you get old in your 40s, how are you gonna attract women then? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys that wasted time in their prime. They thought their looks were gonna last, and they hit to be 40 years old and 40 plus years old and can't attract anymore because their looks have faded throughout the years. You know, I remember this Latin girl that I met a while back. I never would forget her, man. That pussy was so good. That pussy was so goddamn good, man. This is for before the internet, man. Met her at this bar that I used to work at. It was a club instead. I mean, it was like a club slash bar where I used to work at, being a security guard. Met this broad while I wasn't even working. I was like dancing on the dance floor, and we started dancing and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I remember taking her back to my house, fucking her and shit like that, dude. Um, I remember fucking her in the car without a condom. I remember we were kissing and stuff inside the car, and she hopped up on my fucking lap and started riding me, dude. You know what I'm saying? Because my dick was already out. You know what I'm saying? My dick was already out. She hopped up on top of me and started riding me, man. And she fucking was coming all over my fucking dick and shit, man. I had so much fun with Latin women, goddamn. I remember this one Latin broad that I met. She was really cute, dude. She was at least a 7. She was around a 7, around 8ish, 7. You know what I mean? And God. Oh man, I remember fucking her at least twice. But then she disappeared. I think she had a boyfriend. Instead, she was cheating with me on. I mean, she was cheating with me on. You know what I'm saying? I fucked her twice. I remember sucking on her titties, and milk splashed in my mouth and shit. Like milk squirted in my mouth and shit. And she was she had a baby, recently and shit. And she was already cheating on her boyfriend with me. Because she disappeared and then she didn't want to talk to me after the second time we fucked. You know what I'm saying? I know she had a boyfriend. She would come see me twice, at nighttime. And when I busted a nut, it felt so goddamn good. It was like, and I remember the second time we fucked, and she held on to me, man. When I was busting a nut, right in the middle of busting a nut, she held on to me, man, because I wasn't gonna pull out, but she fucking just held on to me. Of course, I had a condom and shit. Most of the time, I was using a condom as a Tyrone light. Um, most of the time, not all the time. I say about 90% of the time, I was with a condom. That's the reason. That's the reason why I didn't have any kids. You know, I was always scared of catching something. You know, I remember fucking older chicks that was in their 40s. I remember fucking younger chicks. I remember this young light skinned bra with nice big thick lips and a big ass titties, and she had a small ass though. She didn't have no ass, but she was a light skinned broad, big ass lips, DSL lips. And she used to come over, blood, and she used to give me a blowjob with those lips, and I used to fucking, my God, dude, I used to feel those lips like gripped on my motherfucking dick, and I swear to God, like every single fucking 5 minutes that went by, I felt like I was about to bust a nut in her mouth because she was that good at sucking dick. Okay, it's a couple of times I busted a nut in her mouth, but she wouldn't swallow, or she wouldn't let me bust a nut in her mouth. I would bust a nut in her mouth and she would spit it out. She wouldn't, she didn't like me busting a nut in her mouth and shit. Because every time I would bust a nut in her mouth and she would like spit it out and she'll look at me like, oh my God, I can't believe you came inside my mouth. You know what I'm saying? And I used to fuck her. I didn't really fuck her from the back because she didn't have no ass. You know what I'm saying? So I would fuck her from the front all the time. You know what I'm saying? And my God, dude, those are the days, man. Those were the days, dude. Um, used to do martial arts and stuff, man. You know, I was always ripped, had a six pack, always in shape, always. Like I said, I had no problem getting sex. The longest I ever went without sex was like 3 months. And then the one time I went without sex while I was saving for my music equipment, I went 6 months without sex on purpose because I was so focused on getting that music equipment, and I got it. I got the music equipment. And I started recording songs and stuff, and that's when I started having sex again. That's when I met my girlfriend of 6 years. You know, being a Tyrone light, you're not gonna be you're not gonna be faithful to your girlfriend. Trust me. When you got options, you're gonna be sleeping around. You're gonna be fucking. Okay. And I didn't realize how much of a Tyrone light I was until uh, they started using the term, Chad light, Tyrone light. When they started using those terms, I started realizing that in my 20s I was a Tyrone light. And I thought in my head, at one point I thought in my head I wasn't, but then I thought about all the women I slept with. I was like, fuck, dude, I was a Tyrone light, you know. And I remember fucking bitches that I didn't want to fuck, but I fucked them. You know what I'm saying? Like bitches, skeletons in the closet, bitches. You know what I'm saying? You get horny, you start looking for something, and you fuck something. You fuck something that you normally won't fuck. You know, you'll fuck a 304 and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I remember fucking like some of the the capoeira, because I used to do capoeira for 12 years, and that's what kept me lean and shredded and shit. I used to fuck the moms that used to come to like capoeira classes and stuff, and I used to fuck them. You know, I fucked a few moms, and they would show up to they would show up to class and they look at me funny because they know that we fucked and shit. You know what I'm saying? I had numerous women give me blowjobs. Numerous women give me blow. I mean, goddamn, dude. You know, I remember this real thick chick. She was like at least 30 something years old, and I was like 24, 25 years old. And the first thing she did when she went in my room was to fucking suck my dick, man. We fucking got down to the nitty gritty really quickly. And I had times where women would tease me, wouldn't give me sex. They would come over and just parade around and wouldn't take off their clothes and anything. You know what I mean? They would like get my dick hard and then leave. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had player haters hate on me. You know what I mean? Because I was getting all the women and shit. I had a friend that was kind of jealous of me. Because he was around 40 something years old and he couldn't really get any women, man. And the women that he liked, they liked me. And he used to always fucking be jealous of that. Not like bad jealous, because we used to always do still kick it. But he showed a little bit of jealousy, you know. He showed a little bit of jealousy when chicks showed interest in me. But I knew, see, the thing is, when I was a Tyrone Light, man, I just knew that, hey, they were attracted to me, and it was nothing to get women into the bedroom. you know? Like I had basically a half, maybe a little bit more than a half hit rate or whatever, you know? Like probably 5 out of 10 women would sleep with me, 5 out of 10, you know? Maybe 6 out of 10, something like that. Because dude, it was nothing. Okay. I mean, I remember having one night stands all the time. I remember fucking women next door. You know, a few women next door I fucked. You know, there's one white girl that I used to fuck. Well, I only fucked her one time. Um, she had a really big ass, and went next door, took off clothes and started fucking and shit. Right, we got right down to business. That's how you know you're a Chad Light, when you just walk in the door and clothes just start coming off. You know what I'm saying? We only talked for only 5 minutes, and now you walk inside the door and clothes is coming off and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you're a Tyrone Light, because women want you right then and there. They want you right then and there. They don't want to talk. They don't care. You look good. They want to fuck you now. You don't have to put in no goddamn work. That's why I'm saying this pickup artist bullshit is bullshit. When I was a Tyrone Light, I didn't have to fucking talk to these bitches at all. I didn't have to, like, dude, I was illiterate in my 20s. I couldn't even speak. I would pronounce words wrong, but I looked good. It's like a female, a fucking dumb blonde or something, or a chick that's hella fucking pretty, but she cannot speak. I still used to get girlfriends, even though I would pronounce words wrong and shit. I was illiterate, you know what I'm saying? I could barely speak, and I still was getting women, you know? But anyway, I'll make a part 2, man. I don't want to make this video too long. You guys have a good day. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like and a comment, click the notification bell button so you'll never ever miss another video from me. Leave a donation if you can. I'm out.